Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is TheSpazDevil and this is your one-stop shop for everything old school RuneScape. For some reason, every single guide I have seen on Guardians of the Rift is overly complicated and convoluted and unnecessary, so this is the best Guardians of the Rift video you're ever going to see, step by step, to doing this perfectly. Now, before we do anything else, you're going to go onto the Runelite plugin hub and get the Guardians of the Rift Helper plugin. As soon as you've got this, download the Runecrafting Utilities plugin. You can see it right here. Just add these two plugins. Now, go back to your plugins and make sure that the only Guardians of the Rift plugin you have is the new one that we've got, the Guardians of the Rift Helper. Turn off the other one. You don't need to worry about any settings. Just make sure these two plugins are turned on. Let's talk about getting there. Go to your grouping tab, go to your minigame, drop down menu, pick Guardians of the Rift, there's a teleport option there. Everyone should have it. If you've not unlocked it, honestly, go and do your fucking quests. Now, when it comes to your gear and what you're going to be wearing, you're probably brand new here, throw on the graceful set, the best pickaxe that you've got, and put on the best Varrock body that you have because it helps with the mining section. It's not 100% necessary, but it does help a little bit. Obviously, the best thing you're going to be wearing here is the Remnants of the Eye set. You won't have that yet. I'm going to show you how to get it at the end of the video. Don't get your knickers in a twist. For your inventory setup, you really don't need a lot. You need the best rune pouches that you can possibly get. Now, if you don't have them yet, do not bother going to the abyss and killing abyssal creatures to try and get these as drops. You're going to get these so quickly from Guardians of the Rift. Honestly, I got like all of them, including the giant pouch and everything, from like 20 reward chests from this thing. Super easy. So all you're going to need is the rune pouches that you currently have in your bank, if you have any, a chisel, and your runes to cast NPC contact on the Lunar Spellbook. Now that you're ready and you're on a dedicated world, click on Peak Barrier and it's going to show you the current Guardian power. Now, when this gets to 100%, you're going to be able to get into the Guardians of the Rift. So all you need to do is, as soon as it gets near to 100%, spam click the absolute shit out of this barrier until you eventually get let through. Step 1, run over to this table and grab 10 cells. Step 2, run northeast and go down this rubble pile and get yourself set up exactly where I am now. I would also highly recommend marking these two tiles, one to climb up the rubble pile and one to climb down. It will stop you misclicking. It just makes life a whole lot easier. Now, you see this timer counting down. As soon as this timer hits 0, just start mining the rock next to you. I am making this guide completely idiot-proof for you. You don't need to know why you're doing this or what everything's called. Just do exactly what I tell you. Keep mining this rock until the timer you see counting down has 36 seconds left. At this point, you're going to have a big pile of this shit in your inventory. You're then going to climb up the rubble pile, go over to the workbench, and you're going to turn it all into these essence brick things. Once your inventory is full with the essence brick things, make sure you click on all of your rune pouches that you do have just to fill them up and then continue to use the workbench and replace the ones that you've put into the pouch. Now, let me explain what's going on at the top here. You can see there's 2 runes that you're able to craft, and on the right side of the screen, you've got potential. The potential needs to be even. So if one number's higher than the other, you craft the rune that is on that corresponding side. So on mine, it says potential 6. That's relating to the nature rune, and potential 7 is relating to the air rune. Now, I am going to start with nature runes, so I'm going to run over to this nature portal thing. You can see that there is a timer. I just need to get in there before the timer goes down. Run over to the nature altar, and I'm going to use my essence brick things on the nature altar. And then when I have crafted my nature runes, I'm going to click all my rune pouches to empty them, use those on the nature altar as well. Then I'm going to leave through the portal I came in from, and I'm going to go and click on the Rift Guardian in the middle. It's going to give him this energy boost thing. You'll also notice you have a new weird cell in your inventory. We're going to go over to the portals and click on one of the circles on the floor in front of a weak portal, and it's essentially going to heal it. So once you've done that, we can move on. Go over to the blue fountain and you can deposit all the runes that you've made directly into your bank. Now, if you have done all this in a timely manner, around about now, a portal is going to spawn. Go through the portal. Now, the difference with these rocks when you go through the portal is that when you mine them, you're instantly going to get the essence brick things instead of having to convert them from shards from the workbench. Now, if you miss the portal, don't worry about it. Just go to the workbench and make your essence the same way you did before. The way this works is it alternates from portal, workbench, portal, workbench. It's really, really simple. When your inventory is full and you've filled up your essence pouches, it's time to leave and make some more runes. Again, look at your point potential and just go for the side that has lower points. Now, if one of those sides has something like death or blood runes and you don't have the level to craft them yet, just go for the other one and then just try and even it out throughout the game. You're still going to get the exact same points and the exact same XP. You only have to make sure your potential is even before you search the rewards guardian if you want to claim those rewards. You can play multiple games over and over again before you even search them. You can let the points stack up. But when the potential is even on both sides, you get better loot from the rewards guardian. So again, all you have to do here is make the runes, go into the altar, empty your pouches, do what you need to do, leave the altar, use the weird thing that goes into your inventory, the energy crystals, on the Rift Guardian in the middle, then use the cell that goes into your inventory on any of the broken barriers. You use it on the little circles on the floor in front of those barriers, and then if the previous run you had a portal, you know, this time you're going to go back to the workbench. If the last one was a workbench, you're going to have a portal spawn really soon. If you're doing this at a relatively timely manner, and you started from that 36 seconds I mentioned at the start of the run, then you're going to be in sync for pretty much the whole game. It's okay if you make some mistakes. Just learn how it works. It's really, really simple. You can use the workbench to craft from the shards, or if you get lucky and you get into the portals, you can mine the rock things that are, you know, the essence things immediately, and it saves you having to craft them from the shards. So it just speeds it up a little bit. Do this until the game is over. Try and keep the points relatively even, and at some points during the game when you craft your runes, it's going to give you this weird tablet thing into your inventory. Don't worry about it, just fucking drop it and carry on. When the minigame eventually comes to an end, you are going to get a lovely XP drop, and you will see that you're not going to get kicked out of the rift. You can actually stay in here and just repeat games. So all you're going to do is go over to the cell table again, replace the 10 cells that you had, go back to the northeast, set yourself back up for the timer to start on the next game, and do the exact same thing. There, Guardians of the Rift is now made incredibly brain dead and easy. You don't need to know what the fuck's going on. Just follow this guide and you're absolutely groovy. The next thing I'm going to mention is if your rune pouches break, use the NPC contact spell, speak to the Dark Mage, and he will repair your rune pouches for you. When you think it's time to reap some rewards, go over to the Rift Guardian and click on him, and you will reach deep inside of him and take your rewards. Each reward point you have is one loot of the Rift Guardian. There's a very high drop rate on the various rune pouches that you will be using, and also you will get these Abyssal Pearls. Now, the Abyssal Pearls are used to trade with this geezer to get your Remnants of the Eye set. So there you go. You like this? Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm the TheSpazDevil, over and out.